All right, everyone. Andreas here from Nothing But Bass. Today, we're going to talk about how we can make soloing easier. And I've been looking for this my entire musician life, I think, because it would be such a simpler thing if we only needed one scale or just one simple phrase to be able to do amazing solos. But the truth is that it is a lot harder and a lot more complicated than that. But I've found a way to play solos and get very far with just some simple tips and one simple scale. And I hope you guessed it, it's the pentatonic scale. So if we are in a major key, I recommend you to go to the major pentatonic. And if you are in a minor key, I will recommend you to go to the minor pentatonic. So the minor pentatonic scale from, in this case, it's D minor pentatonic. Looks like this. So it's a 1, minor 3, 4, 5, minor 7, or flat 7. Sorry, I'm going to do that again. 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, and then 1 again. So in D minor, it's D, it's F, it's G, it's A, and then we have a C, and then we are back to the D. Then obviously I want you to, if we were in a D major key, for example, I can do that too. Then we have the D, we have the E, we have the F sharp, we have the A, and then we have the B, and then we have the D again, which will then become like a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and then 1. But in this example and in this case that I'm going to show you later on, it's in the D minor pentatonic scale. So I'm going to show you, I just made this backing track, which goes with 4 chords. We start on the D minor chord, then we go to a G minor chord, and then we go to an A minor chord, and then we go to a B flat major chord. D minor 7, G minor 7, A minor 7, and then we have a B flat major 7 actually. They are all chords that roots to the D minor key. So the example here, how to make soloing easier, is to go to the keys pentatonic scale, right? So the key of the song or the key of the section that you're playing, and then the pentatonic scale to that. So if it was a D major section, chord progression song, then you go to the D major pentatonic. If it's a D minor section, D minor song, D minor chord progression, like overall, then you go to the D minor pentatonic. All right? I will show you the first bit of the exercise right after this. Before I start doing the first part of the exercise, I would like to say to you that you can find this backing track under the playlist called Bass Backing Tracks. It will be called Bass Soloing Just Got Easier Backing Track. I will also link it in the top right corner of this video so that you can go straight to it when you're ready. But first and foremost, soloing, you have to remember that rhythm is more important than harmony. We are very bad in Western music particular to focus a lot of scales and harmony. But in general, if it's fewer notes and more rhythmically accurate, then the listeners will understand your message more than if you played just harmony but rhythmically incorrect or rhythmically vague. So keep it simple. Use the pentatonic scale and try and play kind of rememberable rhythmic phrases. And then there's nothing wrong with repeating yourself. And of course, remember, this is just an exercise. So make sure that you try different things so that when you're actually in a soloing situation on stage or at the band room with your bandmates, then you can be more accurate or more specific. When you're exercising, you're supposed to be trying out new stuff. All right, so backing track, and I'm gonna play the D minor pentatonic across all 4 chords, and just focusing on that scale. So the next level, which will kind of like tie the song more together, is that you use the D minor pentatonic across all chords throughout the whole backing track. But every time you reach a new chord in the chord progression, then you make sure that you are focusing on their root. So from the backing track, you keep playing D minor pentatonic, but as soon as I go to the next chord, which is the G minor, I will still keep going on the D minor pentatonic, but I will have my new center around the G. Still D minor pentatonic, but I keep accenting the G in the G minor. And then on the next chord, it's the A minor. So then I go. Right? And then the same goes to the B flat. So I keep going D minor pentatonic, but I add the roots of the next chords. If you like this, please click like and subscribe and comment and all that. I've got several playlists. There's more video on this theory for bass players. There's a playlist for technique, there's bass arrangements and everything. Make sure to check out my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helps. Remember, the backing track is linked in the top right, or you can go to the bass backing track playlist and you can find it there under bass soloing just got easier backing track. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Ciao.